Welcome to the shop. Hope you're having a great day. Alright, I had someone contacting me about making this knife and I said let's give it a shot. Are you ready? Here we go. Welcome back. Alright, so I had someone contact me about the Dexter kill knife, I guess, the hero kill knife. They said that Green Beetle suggested maybe I can make it, so I've never even watched Dexter, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Basically, here's the picture they sent me, so we're on track. I got shirts on my website, I got knives up there, a whole bunch of stuff. Amazon links are down below. The first line is my website, and it's all up here in the cards. Alright, let's just get to it. Whew, feels good to be back in the shop after a week of not working. I made 3 of these. I cut out just the handle. On Green Beetle's video, he starts with the blade, which I think I'm going to start with the handle, because everything seems to be centered around the handle. And I noticed one thing, if you do watch that video of Green Beetle's, which I'll put up here in the cards and down in the link, here's a picture, and he even puts this about 15 seconds in. And this is right from the guy who made the knife, the prop guy. But in Green Beetle's video, he uses a design from the replica knife. And I noticed the replica knife, which is this one, this is the actual replica knife. This part right here is set back to here. And it really bugged me. I mean, even though the prop guy probably isn't a knife maker, why would someone set the back of the knife so the handle sticks up and sticks over? So it really bugged me about that. But you can see it comes up right with the aluminum. So that's how I'm going to make it, just like that. And another thing Green Beetle did, and I wanted to do this too because it makes more sense to do. If you see here, this has screw heads, which a lot of guys use pivots and screw heads. But on the other side of the knife, it's just screwed into the aluminum. So I have to tap the aluminum instead of using pivots and 2 ends. As a knife maker, it would make more sense to have both sides equal. But since I'm making a knife that's a design of someone else's, I have to follow their thing. And I don't want to make it this way. I want to make it the way Green Beetle made it, which as a knife maker makes more sense to have both sides match. But okay, let's get on to that. I'll be honest, what I wanted to do in the first place, this is 3/16 and this is a quarter that I had left over. I wanted to mill it out so it sat back in, and then the 2 handles connected, and then this came over, you know, so it looked like one handle. But that's not how it's made. That's the thing about knife makers and prop designers. Prop designers just make it look good for the show. As a knife maker, you have to make it look good, period. But I digress. And another thing I did, you can see on these pictures how it's laying flat. So I added just about a 1/16 of an inch to see how it comes down here. It's rolled over, but it's flat there. So I added where the rollover would be. And another thing that was bugging me is this swedge. You know, Green Beetle says it's a 50-degree angle on here, but I didn't know if this swedge was sharpened. But you can see here, it's just rolled over. It's not sharp. It's just like it's the same angle, but it's rolled instead of sharp. You know, me and my OCD, I got to get everything perfect. Man, I spent hours looking for these pictures and blowing them up and all that stuff. All right, to the bandsaw. All right, here we go. I cut it a little short here, so I made sure to make it a little bit longer. We'll just have to fix it like that and move it over. Now let me cut this one out, and I'm gonna do the same on the other one. That way, I'll try to be more precise on this, and then we can make them all work out. Hopefully. I'll be back. This time I went by here, so this is gonna be even with that and the rest, and then we'll put this one on top of that and grind them together and figure all that good stuff out. Yeah, see, that's what I was afraid of. Even with it there. But that's alright. I got another piece. Well, I'm not going to show me cutting out another one, but I'm just going to trace it around this. I'm just going to trace it around this. And then we're going to the grinder. I left it here thick because I know the grinder's going to have to come in and hit there. Then that'll be the handles. The drilling the handles are going to be the fun part. Misery. Alright. I'll meet you over at the grinder. So with this new adjustable height deal I made, links on the last video where I kind of show what I did here and stuff like that, but I need to clamp these sides so I can make them even. One thing I wanted to make sure was this front was even. The rest of it, will fall into place as long as it's bigger, and I got the whole thing in there, so yeah. So I got the 1, 2, 3 block. I got my 1-inch wheel. So I'll just come in and smooth everything out. Let me get my thing on. Let me get my mask on. Here's a 36. An old 36. Let's just hog it out. Alright, just found the big problem with this reader. This bolt busted. Or something. Hold on. I don't know. Something was weird there. I will say it's hard to raise that when it's horizontal, but it's not riding on the wheel. It's riding like, it's riding over the wheel, which is why the 36 had to be changed. So I guess that's just a stopper. That's not a problem. It looked like the bolt broke off in there, but it didn't. I'm going to have to put some spacers to raise this. Let me put this back down. So when I had the 36, it was riding low. So I'm going to have to put some spacers between this to raise it up, because it's hitting everything. But alright, I'll do that next. I know a lot of people are asking me how I like this reader, so I figured I'd just document that in case it did break. But the one thing I don't like about it horizontal is you have to reach under here to try to figure out how to get it to tune up, but that's all give and take, making it anyway. I need to go get a 60. I'm pressing too much into that 120. I just pushed this whole thing down. Here's a used 50. It's even got aluminum on it, so. Yeah, see, this is the part I'm gonna have to raise this up. Just even like 1/4 inch or something, 1/8 inch. That freaked me out though, man. I thought that bolt broke. Alright, there's our handles. Let me put the 120 on it, smooth it out. Man, you know what? That's it for now. They're all even. They're all one. I'm going to have to do this face just a little bit. But I don't want to do it on the wheel. I want to do it on the flat so it's flat. There's our handles. Now what I'm going to have to do, since I'm going to have to tap one, let's see, I'll have to go look at the picture. But one side is going to have screws, which I think is this, yeah, this side's going to have screws, but this side is just going to have to be tapped. So I'm going to have to drill through both of these with the tap to make this larger. Then when I make the steel for the knife, I'm going to have to go from this to that. So that's going to be a little tricky, but... Alright, let me go figure out what it is for 8/32 to drill bit. Alright, so this is pretty good. I made it a little bit bigger because I'm going to have to round those edges. Now, the one thing is, since I made this top a little bigger because of the angle of this, I'm going to want where these are, you know, but then I'm going to center them. So I'm going to punch through this hole, but then I'm going to center it to make sure I have it right, if that makes sense. So you can see I'm right in the middle of those holes. Let's see if we're centered too. We're actually 1 5/8 inches and we're 1/16 over 3/4, so that's good. This one I might move down a little bit, just a teeny bit. But since it's got curves on both ends, it's kind of hard, but there we go. Man, this by itself doesn't look like that, but I guess it is. You know, once I round it off and shape it, it'll be perfect. Now let me go find the drill for 8/32. Yeah, I'm just gonna drill it all the way through with the 8/32, take one off and make that one a little bit fatter. That will actually let the 8/32 go through, and then we can figure out from there. Cause I'm gonna, I'll show you when I get to it. I'm sitting here getting ahead of myself. I'll be back. All right, here's the 8/32. It's a 7/64, I think. Is it? Yeah, 70/64 or a 29. Of course, when I pulled out my 29, the only one missing was the 29. Because I'm always using 8/32. We got to make this hole as big as the 8/32 because this is going to have to slide in. Then we're going to have to make it also, I got flatheads because that's what's showing in the picture. Luckily I got the 3/4 ones because with the 1/8 inch steel in there, these should be perfect. I got lucky. 8/32. It looks like 13/64. This way I can drill through here into the steel, but I'm going to have to tap this one. Oh man, now I'm confused. So, here's the replica. If you turn it like this, Oh man. You see what I'm looking at here? This is the same side. On the prop knife, it's where it's tapped. On this knife, looks like the replica guy messed up 3 or 4 times. The only reason I'm thinking about it is because everyone that looks online is going to look at this picture and be like, oh, you did it backwards. Executive decision. I'm going to go with the picture everyone's going to look at when they pull up the knife. I'm going to go with, yeah, and Green Beetle did this well. He did them on both sides, so. He took the smart way about it. Damn it. Come on, OCD, let this one go. So I'm going to tap this back one. Because this is the picture the guy that asked me to make the knife sent me. So if I make it the way... Because this picture, this was hard to find. No one's going to see it this way. Everyone's going to see it this way. So I'm going to make it the way the guy sent me too. So here's the 8/32. Let me just go drill out these. And then I'll come back and I'll show tapping these. I'll do it at high speed or something. Alright, I was just about to lose my shit because man, I found a whole bunch of 10/32, all 3, plug type, spiral, all that. And then I found the 6/32, all 3. And then man, I was just about to lose it. But then I took the whole tap and die set I had apart. And there it was, 8/32. Whew, man. Alright. See, I always talk about this, but this is why I built this lip over that, and I do it on all my benches. I don't feel like looking for an Allen wrench. I just want to make sure everything lines up straight. Now we got to remember, there's going to be a knife in the middle of that. We got plenty. I'll have to make the screws smaller, but yep, better longer than smaller. So now we just have to cut out a 13-inch blade. And we'll have it. Alright. Break time. The guy asked me about steels and stuff, and he was saying stainless steel. He even said like CPM SV35 and all that, which is like the hardest steel. And I told him, you don't really need it. For one, it's a replica knife. And 2, if you want shininess and all that, 52100 is probably the best bet. It's a real hard steel. It's made for ball bearings. It shines up real nice. Yeah, I convinced him to use 52100. It's easier to heat treat. It's cheaper. If I was to get into all these other stainless and all that, you know, the price would go up twice as much for the steel. So it just seemed like a better choice for 52100 for a knife he's never going to use. This knife, from a knife maker stand, this would not be the shape I chose, or the bevels or anything like that for any kind of weapon. So I was thinking, you know, it's got to be 13.5 inches. You know, this is 12 inches, so you got it here, and the bandsaw only cuts 5.5 inches. So I'm just gonna cut as much here, and then come in here and cut pieces off, so I have this left over for maybe a kitchen knife or something. Who knows? Everyone's bugging me all the time about making a kitchen knife when I don't even cook, so. So here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna make it just a little bit bigger because we're going to shape it down and all that stuff, so. back to the bandsaw. That's 14 inches, the mark, so. Alright, I marked the back of it. So we'll have to figure it out from here. Alright, looks like I gotta break out the big guns. I made sure to cut on the outside of that line, so we're good. I was afraid when I started it would go. There we go. Oh. Might help to take off both clamps, huh? Oops. Am I yelling? Oh, I'm not. We'll save this. Oh. Here, we got the label on it. Alright. Let me go hit this on the grinder because it's got like a burr on the back. We're going to make sure the clamp, the side that's not tapped. So the first thing we got to do is reclamp this. That's why I cut it at 14. Alright, we're in all the boundaries. I mean, really, this is coming up. So I'm glad right here is where it is because that's where it's going to come up and then go in, and right here it comes up, it goes in. Yeah, look at that. Even had the 1/2 inch. So we're on track. Now I just got to use the same drill bit I used on that so we don't have any wiggle room. Alright, I'll be back after I drill it. It's a knife! It might as well be. It's probably about as efficient. I'm sorry to be busted. I've never watched Dexter, so as I yell, I've never watched Dexter, but I just can't see this knife. I'm not an expert either, so I could be wrong. The thing with that, you know, the picture could be distorting it too, so I'm just going to make clean lines, and gotta remember, all these edges are going to be rounded. I don't want to glue this on till the end. Now I got 3 more. Now see, it looks kind of off because of this, but if you follow up to here is where I cut it on the bandsaw. Right here is where it messes up. But you can see that line is followed. And this does drop down just a little bit. It drops down this much. So I think I'm gonna cut it there. I still got a bunch of stuff. I got about 40 minutes of footage of me actually shaping this on the grinder, but I gotta go back and smooth everything out on the horizontal and touch this up, but we got the basic shape and all that, so yeah, we're good to go. A little bit more shaping here and there, and down in here we need to shape out a little bit, and in here we need to shape out a little bit, but we basically got it. That'll be in the next video. All right. I was gonna say my shirt's on my website, but this is the new AVE shirt. You know, gotta represent. So on my website, which is up in the cards or down the first link, I got knives on there. I got shirts for sale. There's Amazon links down in the description. Hope y'all are having a great day, and as always, take it easy.